Starting off today's opening with something I've never tried before. Yukon Brewing's Lead Dog. Beer worth freezing for. This is an Old English style ale, roasty dark and warming, they describe it as. Brewed in Whitehorse, Yukon. Pretty sure that's the most northerly beer I've had so far. That's a lot brighter tasting than I was expecting. It's kind of neat. So what is the first mail item in? It says socket. Okay. I see sockets. Maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. 3.5 millimeter jacks. Okay. Presumably for cable in for soldering on. There's no easy way to grip that to get it open. Can I unscrew it this way? Oh, yeah. That should work. Oh. Or is it not unscrewable? Oh. Well, that's unexpected. That comes out that way? Wow, I've never seen one that way before. That's different. Okay. Still, it is a stereo? No, that is a 4-position. All right. So that'll be a tip ring sleeve. So for the smartphone type 3.5 millimeter. Okay. 3 pieces, 4-pole, 3.5 millimeter stereo audio jack, female socket connector, solder, etc., etc. The 3 of these cost me $2.61 Canadian with free shipping. They are aluminum, it says. Yeah, the shell is metal, so I'm going to assume aluminum. 4 pieces, 4 connections, right? 4 millimeters, presumably the outside of the thing, and applicable to audio welding wire type, so aka soldering. Yeah. Right, next thing in. This came to my P.O. box, which means it was sent in by one of you guys, and if I'm correct, based on email communication, this is from the same person that sent me the switches and screws anonymously a few months ago. They emailed me and demonstrated that was in fact them, and they want to stay anonymous, so thank you, anonymous donor. What do we have here? Looks like a module of some sort. This is a reflective mode infrared sensor. It is similar to the sensors that I used on my railroad a long time ago to detect presence or absence of a train car sitting on the track. It is also similar to what those autonomous robot cars use to do line tracking. In that application, basically you shine it down onto the ground, and if it sees a reflection, aka there's a light surface down there, then it thinks it's not on the line it's trying to follow. And if it sees no reflection or much less reflection, and you can set the threshold right there, then it will assume that it is on top of the line that it's trying to track. That's one application. Like I said, you can also use it to just sense if there is something above it or nothing above it based on reflections of the infrared light coming out of that guy and going back into that guy. Variants on this are also fairly common in a lot of the beginner Arduino kits, so it is a pretty handy little thing just to play with and get used to the interfacing. This one has VCC and ground and digital out and analog out. So on this side, we've got a couple of LEDs, one for power, one to show whether it's triggered or not. We have a potentiometer to adjust the sensitivity. We have an LM358 op amp here, which in combination with that resistor, the variable resistance of the infrared detector and these resistors creates a voltage divider, or a couple voltage dividers, so that the op amp acting as a comparator will flip states, aka your digital output, to indicate whether or not it can see its reflection. Because I didn't order these myself, I'm just going to link you to a search that finds something similar. And here's a few different options on eBay. Obviously, don't pay way more shipping than the product costs. Yeah, this one is much closer to the one that I was sent. Not precisely the same, but close enough. And I'll link you to this search, and you should be able to find something if this isn't a product that interests you. So far, so good. Let's see what else we have. This came in from a Canadian seller with an actual Canadian stamp on it and everything. So I'm assuming it's a small seller. Let's see what I got here. Well, there's a note. Thank you for your purchase. Leave positive feedback. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So this is, it's just an extension, an audio extension. This is a stereo 3.5 millimeter extension cable. The main reason that I grabbed this, and I'm pretty sure I got it at auction, if I remember correctly, and I bought it, I think, for cheaper than I could have got it at a local dollar store. Yeah, that's about a meter long. This is basically just for plugging my headphones into my computer here in the recording zone, so I don't have to rattle around behind it blindly to try and plug in and just have this out someplace convenient. Nothing too fancy or carried away, just a utilitarian little cable. Yeah, I was right. This was an auction. 3 foot, 3.5 millimeter stereo, male to female extension audio headphone mic cable wire. $1.25. I was bidding against 3 other people. Free shipping from Toronto. Woohoo! Wait, I paid $1.25 for this, and he paid $1.94 shipping for it, or postage on it. Wow. Sorry, dude, but I guess that's the risks you take when you put something up for auction. Just quickly peek at that same seller, and yeah, that's more than normal going price on eBay for something like this. So, oops. Well, like I said, that's the risks you take selling stuff at auction on eBay. Right, next thing in. This is also something that came to my P.O. box. And after all the years I've been doing this is my 177th mailbag times 4 or 5 items per. This is the first time I've ever had a package that was officially opened by the Canadian Border Services Agency. I wonder what is in here that got their attention. And again, this is another one that came from my prefers to be anonymous donor in, well, I know he's in somewhere in Scandinavian country. I'm not going to go any more than that, but you know who you are. Oh, hey, metric grub screws. M5 by 12 millimeter, M3 by 10 millimeter. Those are going to come in handy in an upcoming project. M4 by 10 millimeter. That's a good little assortment there. As I've said many times in the past, I like to get metric hardware from eBay or AliExpress or wherever. This is even more cost effective because it's a donation. Thank you, sir. Because metric hardware in Canada, even though we are officially a metric country and have been since I was a kid, metric hardware is stupid expensive compared to the imperial stuff. So, as usual, when I don't have an exact link to something, I will link down below to a search term that comes up with something very similar. Yeah, here we go. That's probably something close to what he bought. But yeah, I'll link you to these. And now the final thing in for today. This just calls itself board. And yeah, this is something that I ordered, but board is so bloody generic, it could be anything. Yet, it is still an accurate enough statement. What do we got here? Thank you for ordering. Okay. Another small thing in a big box. Modules. These look familiar. These are the TP4056 lithium-ion single-cell charge boost converter, protection board, all the rest of that good stuff. And these ones are also USB-C, exactly the same ones that I got in the last mailbag. And as I mentioned then, I am restocking because these are just such bloody handy little things for having a single salvaged, probably cheap 18650 or any other lithium-ion cell and getting 5 volts out of it. At least I'm pretty sure you can get 5 volts out of these. Oh no, they just give you the battery voltage out. Okay, I thought they were a boosted output, but no. They are just direct battery output. But that's still okay. That's still entirely useful for a lot of the same kind of projects that I use these for. So I got these at auction as well for dirt cheap. TP40565 volt 1 amp USB Type-C lithium 18650 battery charging and protection. This one I got for 21 cents Canadian at auction. The second one I also got for 21 cents. The third one I also got for 21 cents, all with free shipping, all from the same seller. If you look close enough and you spend enough time digging around, you can get really good deals on stuff. And sometimes you feel a little bit bad for these sellers, but they're the ones putting them out there with free shipping, with no reserve bid, no minimum, nothing like that. So if nobody else is interested at the time you're looking, you might just get lucky. And there is the contents of today's Mailbag Monday haul. As usual, quite the variety and some surprises, some things that I wasn't expecting because they were donations, and I do appreciate that. These TP4056 modules, as I said, are just super handy. I got these ones really cheap at auction, restocking because I've used a bunch that I've already had, so just super handy little things to have. My anonymous donor this time sent me some metric grub screws in a variety of sizes and this neat little reflective mode sensor. As I said, I've used a bunch of these on my model railroad, various different types, and they've showed up in some of those remote control autonomous little robot car projects that I've reviewed from time to time from other sellers. They are pretty cool little things, and I'm glad to have another slightly different version of it in my collection. Also, 3.5 millimeter audio. I've got these 4-pin female solder ones for repairing cables and modifications and whatnot, and then just this extension because I want to make my life a little bit easier. All cheap, all from eBay this time. I'm pretty sure you got these from eBay. Whatever, even if you didn't, you can get them on eBay or AliExpress or Amazon or any of those other places. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my anonymous donor. Thanks to my YouTube channel members and my Patreon supporters for helping me keep my beer fridge full and keeping the mailbags rolling in. I always appreciate that. Thanks to all of you for watching. Questions and comments down below as usual. Thanks again. I will talk to you later.